Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and that's my pal Daisy. And we are so delighted that you've joined us for this little while to relax and receive. And that bird has decided it wants to join us as well. So let's get started. As usual, let's begin with our 3 nice, really deep breaths. Breathing in, filling up our bellies with sweet air, holding it for a second and then releasing it very slowly. And then the next time, filling our bellies up a little more deeply, releasing the air a little more slowly. And now the deepest breath you've taken all day. And release it nice and slowly. I think in a week or two we will have daylilies on these plants, daylily blossoms. Right now we just have some promise. So let's begin by relaxing our bodies. So draw everything up to the center line. Your feet, ankles, knees, legs. Pull your legs together. Press them together for a few seconds. And then release them. Pull everything around your pelvis together. Imagine pulling in your lower back, hips, your lower torso. Squeezing it for a moment, drawing up your pelvic floor. And then letting that go. And then your midsection, pulling it all in for one breath and letting it go. And then your upper body. And at the same time, your hands. Make your hands into fists. Draw your arms to your sides. Drawing your upper chest, your upper back. Tuck your chin. And tighten all of that up for one nice deep breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let it go. And feel that relaxation coursing through your body. That is one loud little bird, isn't it? So I had a wonderful client this week who also does energy work, and it does work very similar to mine. And we were talking about receiving, and she said, sometimes I get so busy giving that the only receiving I can do is in the process of giving. And if you think about it, whenever you give a gift, you receive the joy of the person that you gave the gift to, and so there's a reception happening, a receiving happening in the giving. So in this meditation, we don't even have to do any giving. We are just going to receive. So imagine, and there's going to be lots and lots of quiet or time when I'm not talking, not necessarily quiet. So imagine that bird, every time it sings, is saying, I love you. It's giving you an I love you message from the universe, from the animal kingdom. And so let's just have some moments of silence to just receive the energy of the bird and of all the animals, the love energy. And imagine the very air around you is teeming with unconditional love. And your only requirement is to decide to accept it. So I invite you to accept the infinite unconditional love that is all around you all the time. Every time that I channel loved ones for a client or for a family member, they almost without exception say, I've been loving you all along. I've never stopped loving you. So I invite you to imagine those people who have gone before you and the love that they still have for you right now. And just really take it in. I'm going to spend a little longer time not talking so you can, one by one, just think about the people who have passed away and how much they still love you. And I suspect that you might be like me in that when you think about your spirit guides and guardian angels, you think about them as giving you direction. Like, what do I need to do next? How do I figure this out? What's my obligation, my responsibility? And they are reminding me that they are here most fully to love us. So imagine feeling that love from beings you can't see, that maybe you're not even familiar with. Maybe you don't really know your spirit guides, guardian angels. Yet they still love you. Take it in. Allow that infinite love coming from so many channels to fill your heart, your soul, your mind, your body. I had the opportunity this week and last to compile a memory book for a dear, dear friend of mine. At her request, she had a special birthday coming up, which incidentally is the same day as mine. And she wanted since it was a special, kind of a landmark year, she wanted to hear from, her friends. And so we sent out an email request, and it was just overwhelming, the love from so many people. People who shared these wonderful memories with her, and some funny ones, but the funny ones were done, you could tell, with just so much love and enjoyment and, shared laughter. And there are so many people who love you that you don't even think of. Think for a moment about all the people that you have a great fondness for, or you love, or who are very dear to you. I have made a point in the past few weeks to tell people, you are one of my favorite people on this planet. And I invite you to do the same, but right now think about all those people who love you. If you sent out an email saying, would you just share a memory with me? Imagine how many emails you'd get back. More than you realize. Imagine all of the love that you send out into the world, multiplied many times over and coming back to you. In small ways and large ways. I think of the small kindnesses that people have given me over the years, even in the last week. There is no act of love or kindness that is insignificant. And I also want to say it is never too late to send a thank you note. So if you have a note that you'd like to say to someone, just to remember a kindness that they did for you, it is never too late. Because if you think about it, if the shoe were on the other foot, getting a thank you note for something that happened 10 years ago, wouldn't that just be the coolest? And think for a moment about all of your blessings. Every time that I get to be around my family, I just am overwhelmed with how blessed I am. It was something my heart wished for before it even happened. I didn't even know that that was what my heart was wanting. What I was wanting was more people to love. And they came in the form of these little people who call me Mama Deb and Grandma and Nana. And one of them calls me Nanny. I guarantee you there are so many people who love you that you're not aware of. People who appreciate you, We look forward to seeing you. And know that the universe is so immeasurably blessed by the fact that you are having a human experience right here and right now. And I count myself among them. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to my meditations. It means so much to me. And as I like to do, I want to remind you that you are whole and perfect, exactly as you are, infinitely lovable. There's nothing you need to do to make yourself more lovable, more whole, more perfect. I invite you to love your body exactly as it is, to love your personality exactly as it is, to love your life exactly as it is. Take another nice deep breath. And I invite you to remind yourself throughout the week just to take a moment to receive the love of the infinite that is ever present around you all the time. And to know that the one presence moving in, through, and as me honors and recognizes the one presence, the one power moving in, through, and as you. Namaste.